Giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Hawakakwadash, send double honors to our apostles and elders, Harry Great Millstone, peace and blessings to the hopefully elect. So there's this channel called The High Calvinist. He did a video titled Vocab Malone, Antichrist Apologist. Now, I knew exactly what video he was referring to, because we got on the guy known as Vocab Malone. He's been outed. Yahweh Shem Yahshai used the situation that's going over there in the land of Israel to fully expose the agenda for these, so-called apologists or so-called people who want to come up against the Hebrew Israelites. And we already understood from the beginning that they were just paid off. They're just agents set up to come against the movement, because that's how Esau, Edom get down, especially Amalek. They send infiltrators in to try to spy us out, get details, etc., which there's no need for that. Everything we do is open. We go to the streets publicly. Everything we do, we publicly broadcast. But nevertheless, you got this brother here, okay? I don't know what he looks like or at all. I watched this video here. He could be an Israelite. We're not sure. Nevertheless, this man is more of a Christian than Vocab Malone, because he's actually standing up for his right and even rebuking Vocab Malone for his allegiance with the Amalekites today, the people who call themselves the people, and how when that tunnel information came out in New York, he was the first one on the lines to try to defend what was going on, and he didn't allow any type of criticism or critique in his chat at all. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I believe deep down, yes, we know he's being paid by Amalek to do what he does, but I believe deep down he believes that he is an Edomite, in particular from the tribe of Amalek. I believe he is one. He said that his father's from Germany, and that's exactly where a lot of them spawned out of after they took it over. Right? So when he sees his people get criticized, he feels some type of way, because he feels that he has to come to their defense. Right? But this guy here, we're gonna play some of it. I want him to have the floor, okay? Because he's rebuking Vocab Malone, because he's more of a Christian than he is.
For these people, for this satanic religion. I'm going to move forward a little bit. All right, guys, so I'm going to pick up again here at about 9 minutes and 52 seconds in the video, and let's just listen to what he does here.
Sylvan Hernandez, the owner of the cement truck that pulled up to the site, said a dozen of the young men surrounded it and took parts off it. So this is pretty serious. This has been a black eye to Chabad, but I put the thumbnail of this video. I put actually defending Chabad. Why did I say that? Because I'm a Christian, right? Jesus is the Messiah. I believe Isaiah 53 is about him. Psalm 22 and a whole bunch of other stuff. I believe he fulfills the prophecies, and he's going to fulfill the rest the second time around. But I love my neighbor because I've read the Torah, and I love my neighbor as myself.
Yeah, so what he's talking about, him loving his neighbor here, is just a bunch of BS. That's what it is. And if it is based on any type of quote-unquote love, it's a very worldly love. It's a very ecumenical whatever. Sorry, I didn't go to seminary school and have James White as my professor like these clowns do. Talking about how he loves his neighbor, right? This isn't love. He's actually hating his neighbor in his heart, because as a Christian, if we know someone is continuing in a religion, practicing a religion that is opposed to Christ himself, we're not to pat them on the back and tell them it's okay, which is exactly what Vocab Malone is doing here. All right. He calls himself a servant of Christ, a Christian that believes that Jesus is the Messiah, yet he is taking up for a group of people that are vehemently opposed to Jesus Christ. They hate him. And regardless of whether they're ever going to admit it to you or me or not, they hate Christianity as well.
Of all religions and all types and stripes. And I believe that they should have a fair shake. And also, I have a heart for the underdog, and that's who we're dealing with here.
So he believes that they should get a fair shake and because they're underdogs, which is complete bunk. These people are not underdogs. These people run the entertainment industry. They print the money. They occupy all branches of government. These people are very protected, which is evidenced in people like Vocab Malone here. They are not in any way, shape, or form underdogs at all. He is defending if you guys don't understand what the Noahide laws are and what they're about, what Chabad is about, what they believe, if you don't understand what that is and how it is opposed to Christ, you really need to educate yourself. This type of behavior from Vocab Malone here is very telling, to say the least. I want you to think about what he's doing. He's defending the enemies of Jesus Christ, and he's putting other quote-unquote religions almost on equal terms with Christianity and say that they deserve a fair shake. This is the fair shake that they're going to get from me. Acknowledging rightly that their religion is opposed to Christ. They hate Christ. They believe that they are superior to everyone else because of the color of their skin and their religious practice. That's the fair shake that they're going to get from me. And to spend time like he is doing, accusing people of anti-Semitism because of their examination of this religion. Because you see, this group of people here in Brooklyn or wherever this was, they're a part of a religion. And the religion that they are a part of is absolutely satanic. Absolutely satanic. They're rocking back and forth at the Wailing Wall over there, which, ironically enough, all of the world, quote-unquote, world leaders, including the Pope and the President, and Vladimir Putin himself, goes over there and rocks back and forth to. But these people are the underdogs? Are you kidding me? Let's see what else he has to say in this clip.
These folks are the underdog. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I see it. And so the movement itself has been scandalized by this behavior. I'm not proud of it. But I'm defending Chabad from extremist assertions and inventions and fabrications from people like you.
Right, from people like you and me. Right? From people like us. From people like this guy who just made this comment. Now, again, this is quite unfortunate. Because, unfortunately, the so-called Christian world out there, whether they are, quote-unquote, Calvinists or Arminians, whether they are free-willers or not, they engage in the same type of behavior that Vocab Malone is engaging in here, which tells me a lot about the spirit that they actually have, and it's not Christ. If they had the Spirit of Christ, they would be opposed to this religion instead of defending it. And instead of using buzzwords, right, like anti-Semitism, that steep in a worldview that was created to act as a force field for this religion and a defense against any criticism of it. Now, any of you guys that actually understand what's going on are going to know immediately what I'm talking about. I'm not going to actually say what I mean exactly the words on this video because it's going to go to YouTube and it will be struck down if I say it. My channel that I had close to 2,000 subs over a few years ago was struck down for me discussing this topic then.
So coming back, so you heard this man here he believes that he's a Christian and he's doing what Vocab is not. He's defending the Messiah and the existence of the Messiah. I wanted to give him the floor because he deserves to get rebuked by someone who actually believes in the book and doesn't show respect to persons. I remember this quote. I want to pull it up. It's by Yin Pappy, who is an Israeli historian. He says, most Zionists don't believe that God exists, but they do believe he promised them to Palestine. Because everything about those people, the tunnel people, just screams hypocrisy. Because Vocab would be considered a Christian Zionist, which you have people who call themselves that, which that's an oxymoron. Because Zionists, they don't believe in the Most High. They don't even believe in the Most High. Right? They don't even believe in their religion. They just believe that they don't believe in the Most High, but they believe that the Most High granted them special ability to be gods on the planet Earth. That's why that guy made that quote. He says Zionists don't even believe in God, but they do believe he promised them that land. Because they're a bunch of hypocrites and a bunch of damn devils. Right? And we done called out Vocab Malone for being a hypocrite. That's because I believe deep down he is an Amalekite. And you should have watched that video he did. He's playing a quote song. You can see how furious he gets when he sees his people getting examined. Those people, they're above examination. You can't critique us. The people that came on this comment board just asked genuine questions like I don't know, man. It just looks like they got caught. And I'm not taking it. It's I'm not. That's because you are one, man. And you've been exposed. And you've been exposed. How about Shemel Shah exposed you so much that you can't come up to another Israelite group. If this guy comes up to any Israelite group, all right, damn what the hell he says, ask him to explain and defend the existence of Yahweh by Shemel Shah. You know that he was saying Christ, but we know his name isn't Christ. His name was Yahweh Shah. And the word Christ in the Hebrew is just Mashiach, which means Messiah. If this devil Vocab Malone come up to any Israelite group camp, don't even talk to him unless he's willing to defend the existence of Yahweh Shah against Judaism. Ask him to talk about what's going on in the Middle East, and ask him to talk about what's justice for all those Palestinians that's getting murdered right now. Killed right now. What's the justice on that? What's your stance on the Talmud? Let's pull up some quotes from the Talmud, and I want to see you rebuke it, because you do all these videos on Islam and Hebrew Israelites, but you don't have a single video on the Talmud. So I want to see you talk about that. I want to see you defend the existence of Yahweh Shah against Judaism. That's all you got to do, and he's gonna start running. Okay, he's outed, man. You're done for, bro. Even my man here, what's his name? The High Calvinist sees through you, man. This is somebody who believes, and he ain't afraid to defend the Lord and what he believes. Sirach 13:15. Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave unto his like. So all flesh will cleave, a man will cleave to his like. So, dogs with the dogs, cats with the cats, birds of a feather flock together, and the rats with the rats. The book of Philippians. So this is in Philippians chapter 1, verse 17. where it says, but the other of love, knowing that I am set for a defense of the gospel. Well, that word defense in the Greek is apologia. That's where people who call themselves apologetics, like Vocab Malone is, it means to defend, right? It says defense, verbal defense, speech in defense. And it's mainly centered around the existence of Yahushua, because there was a lot of talk back then about Yahushua, the Messiah, being born and rising again on the third day. So when you defended, when you were an apologetic or defended the gospel, you defended Yahushua, you defended his existence, you defended that he rose on the third day. And that's why we say that Vocab Malone has been exposed, because he's not truly an apologist. He's not truly one who defends. Because when it comes to defending the Lord that he claims he believes, when it comes to the tunnel people, now all of a sudden he doesn't know anything anymore. He won't do it. He refuses to do it. That's because he isn't. He's paid by the Amalekites. They talk the same talking points. You know, Amalek, you Amalekites, you are on trial. The whole world, Yahweh Shem Yahshua has you on trial. The whole world is seeing you. The whole world is hearing your verdict. And in the end, it will be determined that according to the scriptures, you are the devil that the Bible speaks of. And as the book of Numbers 24 says, Amalek was the first of the nation. His latter ends that he shall perish forever. Why did the Lord single you out? Because you're a special kind of devil. All right. Even Psalms 82 or 83 breaks down the enemies of the enemies of Israel. Guess what? Edom was mentioned twice in particular. Psalms 83, verse 6, the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab, the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek. Why he single you out? Because you're the special kind of devil. And the Lord knows what you're doing. He knows what you're up to. He has a personal beef with you because you're proclaiming yourself to be him when you ain't him. You doing all of this evil and massacre on the earth in the name of him, even though you don't even believe in him. And you set up these puppets like Vocab Malone, right? And they all go out and they say the same thing. Everybody knows when you send a puppet out because they say the same things. Have a right to exist. Any critique? Oh, just hate. They're the underdog. You know, they're the least people. They're the least, but they own everything. Well, you can't say that. That's not right. Everybody knows this, man. It's over for you, bro. And when he went on Sarnetta asked him plainly, what's your problem with the Israelites? And he said, my problem is that because he believes that Yahushua and the Most High are the same. And he said, my problem is that the Israelites, for one, don't teach that doctrine. Now, we don't teach that because we know that the Most High is one, Yahushua is the Son, and then you got the Holy Spirit, right? But nevertheless, he's quick to say that's his problem with the Israelites. But then you have a people whose religion where they spit on Christians. They spit on Christians over there in the land of Israel. They spit on your Messiah. They'll spit on your cross. And he has nothing to say, showing you he is no true apologetic. But indeed, he's just a liar and the devil, and he's exposed. 1 John chapter 2, verse 22. Who is a liar but he that denieth that Yahushua is the Messiah? He is an anti-Messiah that denieth the Father and the Son. Whosoever denieth the Son, the same have not the Father, but he that acknowledgeth the Son have the Father also. Right? Saint John, the second book of John, chapter 9. It says, whosoever transgresseth and abideth not in the doctrine of the Messiah, have not the Most High. He that abideth in the doctrine of the Messiah, he have both the Father and Son. If there come any unto you and bring not this doctrine, receive him not in your house, neither bid him Godspeed. And what does that word Godspeed mean? It means shalom, which means to be well, peace, right? For he that biddeth him Godspeed is partaker of his evil deeds. So if you welcome them and accept them and bid them Godspeed, you are a partaker of their evil deeds, and you do not defend the gospel. You are no true apologetic. You have been denounced of, Vocab Malone has been denounced of his so-called apologetic title. Instead, we'll give it to the high Calvinist. At least he's willing to step up for what he believes is right, which is to deny, Judaism and stand up for the Messiah. All right. So Vocab Malone, you're just done for, man. Shalom.